dozen roses. You know?
Oh man, how many do you have right there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's 12.
It's 12.
It's,
She broke up with them. She broke up with them, so
It is a dozen roses. It's probably one of the greatest marketing things I've ever seen online.
I did catch that too.
Like, Entertainment Earth is probably, like, they're fucking geniuses.
I caught
They're
it too.
geniuses. There's a dozen roses right there.
Hello
I
everybody.
don't know if you guys have ever seen a dozen roses before, or can't see them.
That's what the dozen
It's not
roses
vintage, but we'll get to that a little later. What's up, Tim? Hey, are you going to be available to show your collection later? What's up, buddy? Roses to burn? Okay, well, we'll get to that later.
Oh, Scrooge Toys is on there.
Here,
What's up, Scrooge Toys? That's the guy that's got a spot at
let me get mine.
Frankenstein.
Got our little iPads this time.
Dope weekend.
Gonna be.
What's up? Hey, okay, already starting. Roses about to burn. That's
We're
kind
gonna-
of the idea.
We're not gonna throw her in the fire. I don't know.
No,
That's
the
me.
plastic is bad for the environment. I got in trouble for flushing a plastic repro in the toilet, and I got people shit on me for
Yeah, it's
that.
bad for the environment.
So it's
That
bad.
makes
That's
sense.
it. We're
I don't
environmental.
want to do that. I'll send a request.
Boba Fett, Vancouver, no mask is waiting for you. I remember. Oh man, that was just no mask though. But then I'm gonna try to. You know what? It would probably fit too. He held it up, and I looked at it. I was like, that little thing's gonna fit. I'll make it fit.
Oh my god. So
What do
we got a lot of stuff to go over this week. A fucking ton of things.
A lot of stuff.
But I think one of the most important things, since we're getting a little bit more traction, is just make sure this is mostly like for adults. You know what I mean?
It
So,
is. It's adult content. We cuss.
I'm gonna swear. He's gonna swear. We're gonna do things.
Tell
so
stories that you
might
know.
not be best for
Yeah,
kids.
so definitely not a kid. Well, I don't know. It depends on your kid, but
We're vintage.
for
We're vintage
mature
collectors, you know?
mature audiences only. If you think you're mature enough, let's do it.
Two
Rock
favorite
and roll.
cam girls are here. Here we
Oh
go.
shit!
That's why.
Roger, there you go. The team camera. What do you guys want us to do now? Let's see that money.
We'll send the stream link to that later.
Oh,
so,
man.
obviously, we're thanking Duraflame and Perrier again.
Once again,
for all of our amazing,
Duraflame,
benefits that they offer us. And
sponsors of the Fireside Chat.
we're also going to be doing another giveaway today. I think we're going to just be doing giveaways every episode. I think that's probably what we're going to get to. So today is very special. We're going to get to that in just a little bit.
Very special.
Got a lot of really cool things.
You know, I was kind of running low on
That's good, buddy.
on little trinkets to give away, so we got to go hit a con and see what we could pick up and pass on. Because like we said before, it's if we see something, it's a good deal. Pick it up and pass it on to the next guy. So
Yeah.
there's always that.
And a lot of you we've been seeing have been getting your prizes, like the posters. Matt got his. Paul got his.
You know what? Of all weird things, and I apologize, I go to the post office. I couldn't get to it Monday. I got there Tuesday. They close at 6, at 4. Pull on the door, can't get in. Shut down due to technical problems.
Fucking technology.
So there you go, the post office. So the guys should be getting their stuff really soon. The trading cards, the Return of the Jedi sketchbook, and the Super Safe pullout book.
Oh
The
yeah.
poster book. The
So
pullout
remember,
poster book.
play safe.
Play it safe. Pull
So,
out.
yeah,
Pull
we
out
got-
with your poster book.
Also, we're gonna once all that fun giveaway stuff happens, we want to see some of your collection. So if any of you want to show your stuff, we're definitely gonna want to take a look at it. So that'd be a lot of fun.
It's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And the people that get to show it, they're like, oh, thank you, that was so awesome. You know, it's cool to share because if not, you're just stuck in your room by yourself. At least this way, everybody's sharing it, and
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. I
Sharing
like
is
seeing
caring.
everybody's different setups. That's what I like. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
It's really cool. And then what we're even talking about is once we start going on the road with this, which we're going to start doing, it's going to be even more fun because with the YouTube channel and everything that's going to be progressing,
Yeah.
we're going to want to actually go physically see stuff. So keep
I
that in
do.
mind. And,
You know what? Texas. That could be a quick drive. Go check it out. What is it? Vintage Star Wars. I'll have to get his name. I was talking to him earlier. Hopefully he'll be able to jump in there and show the collection. All his stuff is in acrylic. It's amazing.
Never been to your warehouse. I would definitely want to see your 12 backs. And Tim,
Who's got a warehouse?
He's got a warehouse. I don't know what he's got in his warehouse, but
Oh yeah.
he's definitely got some other stuff going on. So I guess
Damn.
let's start chatting.
Yeah.
I mean,
I just want to
shit,
say,
man.
dude, this Perrier is very refreshing. Nothing quenches the thirst like a Perrier.
Period. Holy shit. Also, I brought you an extra one. It's on a table right here too.
You
so
got
in case you're ready.
I'm ready.
So a couple weeks ago, when was the last time you streamed? Maybe like 2 weeks ago?
It was the Frankenstein.
Okay, so we did a Frankenstein's. That was last week.
Yeah.
So we went to Frankenstein's. We walked around. A lot of you guys were there watching us. We met some cool people. We went with Tim, who is our graphic artist. Like, guy's been around since the beginning. Who does the logos, does fucking everything for us. We hung out with him.
Oh, it was awesome.
And we've been talking.
Super fun.
About T-shirts and stuff.
Yes.
So we haven't done a run of shirts in almost a year. So tomorrow I'm dropping off the design for the new shirt. It's not a reprint. It's a brand new shirt. I'm dropping that off tomorrow, maybe with another shirt design. So I think there might be 2.
That'd be awesome.
And the stickers that are going to come with that. I'm dropping those off tomorrow afternoon. So with that, they'll probably be printed within a week. And then that's that. We're going to start shipping them immediately. Once they're out, I'm just going to put them on the website. You're going to have the option if you want to pick them up. If you don't, they're gone. They're gone. It's not something that we're going to try to keep in stock for a while. So there's going to be a limited amount of those coming. We're not even going to do a pre-order this time. So whatever's out there is out there. So if you do have any special sizes or anything that you want to pick up, shoot us like an info. But you're not going to see what the shirt is until we announce it. So it's kind of a weird situation we're doing. We're going to try to have more fun with it that way. So that's pretty cool. On top of that, you want to come watch us live? Yeah, we can do that. You can come watch us live one of these days. We'll let you know. But you can't talk because I know who you are and I know your mouth. You're a dirty man.
Hey, someone's asking, where can we send pics? Depending on what kind of pics. I don't know. It's really vague. We want to narrow it down. If it's a vintage Kenner stuff, you can send them to the first order.
Go ahead and there's a DM feature on Instagram. You can send stuff there, or there's an email feature. You just hit email on the front page, and it sends to the first order at iCloud.com. So you have access to that. I guess I need a password or whatever.
For sure.
So you can send pictures there, or you can send them in DM, and we can decide to do it. So if they're nudie pics, just make sure that they're good, because I'll just deny them. So whatever with that. We're looking for freaking quality here. Quality. Of course, they got to be vintage because got to be old. So with that, I mean, what else? So yeah, we're at Frankenstein.
Let's start. Well, we covered a few things already. Yeah, let's do. Let's recap the Frankenstein. Run that we did.
The guys were basically fighting me or pulling me away from this one vendor who was just absolutely amazing, and he gave me
awesome.
Some incredible deals. I don't think I have his card or his information on here. Do we? I don't know where it is.
Hold on. I'll give you that.
Anyways, I've been to Frankenstein's so many times, and over the last few years, it's one of those places that's just kind of like fallen off for me, where I'm not finding anything I want. Yeah. I have a theory that there's just one dude there with this massive Star Wars collection, that it's just like a museum for him, that basically he probably tells his wife like, oh honey, I'm gonna sell these this week or something, but he just overprices it by like 5 times, and he's just doing it just to brag. So
I don't have his card.
So it's cool. I'll find it and we'll post on it anyways. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's like, I think he's under 700, booth 700 all the way in the back. But anyways, yeah, so many roses, right? So we found this guy. He let us go through first pick of all these awesome loose action figures.
That was awesome.
He let us see some vehicles that he had just got.
And to remember when we got there, we started right when he's like, oh, I got this stuff, I haven't gone through it yet. He's like, let me take a look at it. Right when he said that, I looked back, and this lady, we all kept meeting at the same booth. She knew her Kenner because she was scanning all the figures. Oh, yeah. And I'm watching, I'm like, dude, this lady's pro, man. We got to watch out, see, what is she looking for? And then when we got to the spot where he got dibs on the box, she came up behind us, and I was like, you got burned, because my boy got dibs on everything.
It was actually really cool. He had my back the entire time. He was like building like a perimeter around me while I'm digging through stuff. And
just no one's touching this shit.
So another good thing,
to the side.
He gave us his information, so every Saturday or Wednesday when he's going to bring stuff in, he's going to let us take first dibs. So if there are some certain things you guys are looking for, we might be able to pick them up and give it to you at cost, but we're obviously going to pick our stuff first. Cause
it's not like, we're not going to hoard everything, it's just, let it, if you're looking for something, kind of come across it,
Yeah, if we come across it, we'd love to know. So we might even open up like a little section on there where if you're looking for stuff, just drop it in, and if we see it, or if anybody sees it, we'll post about that too. So that's really cool.
That would work.
So what do we do? We're from LA. We're from Los Angeles. We walked around probably for like 2 hours, 3 hours.
I told my wife, I said, you know what? We're gonna get there at 11. I'm gonna leave by noon. I'll be home by 12:30. But what happened? We got there, and Tony says, hey, I don't think Tim's ever been here. Oh shit! I said, Tim, you been here before? He's like, nope. All right, let's go to the first row and. Man. Man, we were walking so slow.
It was brutal.
And then the whole time you're looking back and like, oh, we're missing someone. And you walk back and there's Tim trying to sell a toy. There's this guy trying to find. He found everything, dude. This guy, oh god, go buy a lotto, a scratcher. He's gonna hit $1 million.
I cleaned up, and on top of cleaning up, I found some stuff that I was able to take apart and get it to work again. So I posted some of that on the story. So I'll actually show one of those pieces right now.
Yeah. That's not. Hey, you know what? The moral of this story is, even though it's a little beat up or whatever, at the inside you can get motors, you can get lights. Here you go.
So I was able to get this guy working again. So I'll just go ahead and extend his wings, and I took him apart. Missing a decal on the side, but obviously I'm not going to put any reproduction stuff on there. No reproduction parts ever. So I took the entire thing apart, and then one of the tricks to get one of these guys to start working is you just have to take it apart, put the battery so the connector's going with it, and you have to just keep spinning the motor. If you keep spinning the motor, they're actually hibachi motors from like 1976 or 78. That's when they started grabbing them, purchasing them in mass so they can actually put these in there. So most of the motors you see are from that time frame, and they will still work to this day. They just require you to put a little electric current of a battery, and you just spin the motors until they start kicking, and the next thing you know, you got this guy making noise. The lights are pretty much a good giveaway that it's going to work because electricity is still flowing through the battery pack. You don't really have to clean it, so you know that's like a good tip. So yeah, I was able to do that, and that's one of the only electronic pieces I got. I got another electronic piece that I just picked up a couple days ago, but I'll show you guys that one in a few minutes. So with that, I picked up a bunch of crap.
Yeah. Hey, check out my boy, vintage Star Wars collector. Hang tight, brother. We're gonna go through this haul, and when we're done with that, we'll bring you on board. That's the guy with all the acrylic. So hopefully he's home and he's got everything ready to go.
I almost want to see him right now.
I'm down.
You guys want to hear my frankincense story haul, or do you guys want to do that really quick? Is he free right now?
Let me ask him. Yeah, let me ask him.
I'd totally love to see that collection first. That's one of the ones I've been wanting to for a while. So if you're available right now, let's do it.
We'll just wait for him.
What do you say? Got you, bro.
Let's
do it. Yeah. Let's just do it.
So, vintage Star Wars collector, if you're out there.
Let's do it right now. Let's see if you're available right now. I would love to do this.
Oh, got you, bro.
Let's do it. All right, here we go. Heck yeah. And then we'll jump back to my stupid, boring story, and then, I don't know. Who's that? Is that the King of Star Wars?
Waiting.
That's the King of Star Wars. Holy crap.
Hey,
what's up, fellas?
How you doing?
Man, I'm good, man. How you guys doing?
Dude,
good.
We're hanging, buddy. We're hanging. Thanks for joining us, man. Ever since I saw your pictures, I was like, oh my god, this guy's collection's got to be one of the most insane things.
Yeah, hands down.
Yeah, I gotta check this out.
It's all good, man.
Well, first off, like, where are you from?
So I'm from Galveston, Texas. We're about 50 miles south of Houston, right on the Gulf Coast.
What's your name? I'm sorry, I didn't even get that.
It's first name is Robert, last name
Robert.
Is
Yeah. Rodriguez. Sweet. I'm Tony.
Man.
Yeah,
right on,
yeah. Him and I, we've talked. Yeah, we talked a little bit to some of the acrylics that he gets. He gets stuff done. It's mind blowing, man. You gotta, if you could flip your camera and run us through some stuff, man.
Yeah,
and,
take
your time because I know you got a lot of stuff.
Yeah, this is a privilege for us. I don't care what anybody else says. I just want to see it.
Yeah.
No, it's cool. So this is because this is the first time I've ever done this. So I guess I'm gonna try. I think I can turn the camera around, right? I think I can.
Yeah, you just double. Yeah, oh, yeah, there you go. You got holy fuck.
So.
Yeah, hold on. We're pulling up a chair.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So.
Go for it.
All right. So just to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update real quick before I kind of go into some of my stuff here. But so I've had my collection since I've had my collection here since, man, I was a little kid. Growing up, actually the first person in my house I have an older sister, and she was the first one in our family to go see Star Wars. Like, I mean, I had no clue what it was. I mean, I was one when the first one came out, right? So, I mean, I was a baby, had no idea. She was the one that got the early bird set. I mean, had a DT loop, everything. Unfortunately, that one didn't last long because I fed it to our dog, our family dog, probably like a week after she got it.
Your one.
Yeah. It was hers. Unfortunately, it was hers. But long story short, so as the years went by, man, I just started getting more into it. And my dad actually got into it even more so. And what he did was, at the time, he would buy doubles of everything. So he would buy, you know, Luke Skywalker. He'd buy 2 of them, and one I'd open up and I'd play with and have it in my Vader case and have it in my vinyl case. And then the other one, which was carded, we just started putting in boxes, man. And of course, at that time, I was really, by the time he started doing that was around just at the end of Empire. Go ahead.
Quick, was your dad a time traveler that you know?
But yeah.
Okay.
You know, I give him props, man.
It's him now. It's him now going back.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
going back.
I got this for you, bud.
Right.
You know what I was gonna say, brother, real quick. A long time ago, when we were first talking, you told me a story about how your friends never wanted to go to your house to play because all his Star Wars shit was hands off. It's mint. Don't fucking touch it.
I was like, hey, I should have charged admission for my museum as a kid, man. I was probably the most boring kid ever, but I was like, but now I'm loving it, right?
Hey, a boring kid, but he's a stud now. Look at him.
Let's see it, buddy. Let's see it.
Right. So,
sorry, go, man. Go.
Yeah. No. So anyway, so he would buy 2 of everything, and over all the years, I just had all this stuff in boxes, man. And as I got older and I got away from buying Star Wars toys, because as a lot of you have probably seen on some of my posts, is I'm strictly vintage, man. I never, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Star Wars, but I never got into any of the modern stuff. Yeah. I mean, to each his own, but vintage is where I was at, man. That's where I grew up on. Dude. And so anyway, I just kept all my stuff together, and I had it in boxes, and I'd move over time and move place to place, you know, and I never had a place to display any of this stuff. And so it wasn't until about 3 years ago I got into some Facebook groups, and man, it was like, oh my God, it just opened up. Man, I'm telling you, man, it opened up like, it was just like, it was amazing because, you know, at the time I didn't finish off my run, my loose run. And so I was like, I started getting back into it. But the first thing I wanted was, like, if I ever put my stuff out here, I want to put it in cases, man. I want to have it displayed where I can appreciate it. You know, it's been sitting in storage boxes and containers in my closets for like 30 years. So I finally said, you know what, I'm going to invest in it. So I sold off a bunch of stuff to like downsize my collection. Wow. So ships and vehicles and Falcon and Jabba the Hutt set and all that stuff, play sets. I mean, I just downsized. But what I wanted to just focus on was my figures. So I basically invested in, you know, Ian's cases, GW acrylics, you know, and I mean, everybody pretty much uses them for cases. And
hey, you know,
I just got into it, man.
Can you say their name again? Because it was kind of cutting off.
Sorry, yeah. So it's Ian Sanderson, but then I believe on their Facebook or their Instagram page, it's like GW. I think it's like Acrylic USA or USA.
Yes. He's on Instagram too.
Yeah, he's on Instagram. Yep. So I mean,
awesome.
I got that guy like on speed dial. So
you
it's
get
like,
the deal, you call him right away.
Man, I'm telling you what. I tell you what. So we put this one together.
Oh, Jesus.
And I tell you what. So and just doing that, I mean, I don't know, you know, for my post this week, you know, with Luke Bespin, as sort of like my little focus. And so that was, I had never really gotten into coins. I mean, of course, I had Power of the Force, some carded figs, but I never really got into coins. But I tell you what, man, once these bad boys started popping up and I started getting into it, I was like, yeah, I really just, I took off with it. But so just to kind of give you guys some video here real quick. So like this one right here, this is my original. So, you know, it's not perfect, but it's got some bubble dent and stuff. But I mean, hey, he's my original.
That was when you were a kid, right?
That's from when I was a kid, man. So my dad
paid so much more than going and picking one up right now. Because like if I were you, like in that same situation, if I kept it, if it was the one I had from when I was a kid, that means more to me than fucking going and paying like $1,000 for one EFA 85 graded or something like that. That's way cool. That's way cooler in my opinion. So I could totally see where you're coming from. That is
And
I love the combination too of figures in your acrylic cases. Like you have like the removable limb C-3PO just connected to Chewbacca and like the coin.
Oh
figure.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Oh
like,
yeah, hey man,
put
talk
things
about
together.
if you can talk about how you kind of came up with the idea of how to display them, because that's what you and the acrylic guy, right?
And the
well,
color
actually,
contrast.
it's actually funny. So I got to give credit to a buddy of mine in one of the Facebook groups, and his name's Chris Cantoric, and he's not on Instagram, but I just met him through Facebook and through Star Wars groups, and he was kind of one of the, we sort of refer to him as a coin guru, and he's a big time Yoda figure variant collector. He's mostly loose vintage, but when I started getting into some of the coins, I was hitting him up a lot, just saying like, hey,
really nice.
Oh, thank you. I got some other coins back here. So I was just hitting him up, and as in my conversations and asking him about coins and stuff. Sorry about that. I don't have any shade, but we were so here's like the last 17s. But so as we were going through them, he saw I had a bunch of Lukes and as a focus, and then we're just joking around, and he's like, man, he goes, you need to put a Luke and a Yoda together, and he goes, of course, I never thought I'd have a Luke coin because that little coin's a little pricey, but I was like, you know what, if it comes available at some point in time, I'm sure I'll pick it up.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Do you have the complete coin collection now?
No, I have. So I'm actually about, I have like 33 coins now.
Like, was it 3 more, right? 36 or 38?
Well, no. There's what, like 62. There's 62.
Oh, shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, I'm thinking about the freaking just the power of the Force line. Okay, yeah.
No, yeah. You're
going through all of them.
Well, so like for example, so I got those 2 in. I just got in recently. That's the Tatooine Luke. So I'm just waiting on a case, but I'm gonna pair him up with my DT Luke.
Oh, DT Luke. That's so sweet. Let's see that.
So now he's not my original. I mean, he's obviously not my original, but I picked him up from a buddy of mine who lives up the road from me, and man, he's freaking mint, man. I mean, I never had one as a kid. Of course, I gave my sisters to our dog, but I got a Vader right there.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, they're asking about the Probot stand that you recently came up on, and also they're asking about the wax pack acrylic that you came up with. Okay,
so Probot also was so I don't know if there's
oh my god.
Yeah, so there's Brian Bentley, I believe is his last name. Real good guy. He actually also came up with
Look at that.
That's
Dude, I gotta applaud that one.
Yeah, so
thank you.
Oh man, that's beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah, he also
There's
came
your
up with
answer to how to display that guy. Shit.
Well, I know, man. It's like
honestly, he's like an amazing collector with like a specific focus. And
you know what?
He knows how to display his shit properly.
Yeah, you know what? You could take
mind blown.
You could take that Dianoga stand and put it in the trash compactor, and you would totally see him through the window.
There you
You
go.
know what I mean? Yeah, because the way I have him in mine, I can't. You only see his head or it. You know?
That's
that was awesome.
Man.
That would work.
Yeah.
With the actual,
See,
place.
and that's what I sort of like, is because it's like with all these things, I mean, obviously I don't have the time and energy to come up with that stuff, but I mean, I'm glad there are people that are out there that are doing that. It just makes it easier for all of us as a collector. But I mean, so you said somebody was asking about the wax packs?
Yeah, brother.
Yes.
So these are actually
holy crap.
Oh my god.
Sideways, man. So these are my originals. These 3 right here.
Originals. You never opened them as a kid?
Hey, I'm telling you, man, these were extras. I mean, I had some that
the willpower. I thought I had you have willpower, my man. Look at that.
I'm gonna drink my coffee now.
So,
yes. Wow, that is so awesome.
I sent these off to, I mean, obviously Cass is the one that I sent it off to. Not for any particular reason. The only reason I had sent it off and I didn't send them to AFA, which I have sent stuff to AFA. Yeah. But I just wanted, these to be cased up. I wasn't worrying about a grade or anything like that. I just wanted them to be displayed
at
in
one
a
point,
case.
like AFA was pretty much the only people that were doing the acrylic cases, right?
Well, correct. And then Cass came out and they're doing their thing, and then AFA stepped
they
up
were
their
like
game as well.
would be like custom cases, if I remember correctly.
Right. So they
Yeah.
do. I mean, AFA would have done this as well, but
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's everybody is. It all depends on what, on who you want to use. How long do you want to wait? How much you want to pay? It's all everybody's individual. So, for me, again, I just wanted something. That was the very first thing that I had ever cased up. The very first thing that I ever sent to AFA, though, I sent this to AFA. And he is my original.
Nice.
Oh,
What is that guy graded?
So he is an 85.
Yes.
Nice.
Wow.
So he is my original. My other original is right there.
Do you ever feel like, since it's the original, like you kind of want to like take him out and touch him every once in a while, or like?
Well, I mean, if I wanted to, there's my other original right there.
It's like if you wanted to. Yeah, you gotta be there.
You know.
Yes, a big pick.
Yeah. So.
Oh,
and then
Oh,
I
you
just
got.
love-
They
yeah,
want to
so-
see your red 5. I'm sorry, your red bar R5, and they want to hear the story.
all right. So.
Yeah, he's like, oh yeah, dude.
So this one right here, that is my original. That's my original. I mean, just real quick, all of my loose, other than my last 17, are my original loose figures from my childhood.
God damn.
So when I started back getting into collecting 3 years ago.
3 years ago. Oh my
3 years ago, man.
Seriously,
Wow.
seriously, man. I'm telling you.
Just
And-
fire up, huh?
Fucking
Oh.
dominate.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I
Oh,
I was so out of it for so long that I was like, man. And then I started seeing these figures, and I'm like, well, I don't have that one. I don't have that one. And then, thank God I got them when I did, because now, I mean, y'all know prices are crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Repros out there,
No,
everything is
yeah.
it's just nuts. But patience pays off, so it is what it is. So getting back to R5, this one right here, it's a funny story. So I had these. I help put on a big children's barbecue event every May here in Galveston. It's a big annual event. It's awesome. We're a nonprofit organization. We get volunteers. We have volunteers that come and help us. And so, I'm just striking in a conversation with two of these volunteers. There's these two older ladies, really nice. They were there to help, donate their time, because we were donating to their organization after the event.
Yeah.
And, me being a talker, I just got into conversations what happened was I had someone from the 501st. I had two I had a stormtrooper and I had a Mandalorian, Fett or whatever she was. She was like from Mandalorian. Like, I didn't even know who she was, but she showed up and they were in costume and they were walking around, and the ladies just loved it. They were like, "Oh, we love Star Wars," and of course my ears were like, "Yeah, so do I," And so exactly. So make a long story short, we were, I was shuttling them around the event and they were doing stuff for us, and we were talking about Star Wars, and I said, "Oh yeah," I said, "I grew up watching Star Wars." I said, to this day I still have my, some of my originals and stuff. Well, I swear to you, both ladies go, "We still have our son's Star Wars toys. They're in our attics." And I'm like, "No, you're not saying this. You're not saying this to me."
I can't. This is too much. It's too much, because that's like an urban legend.
I'm sure.
Right?
Man.
That, as a kid, got 2 of everything, and then he hits up the lady with her her son's toys in the attic. Bro, we need one more story.
I like you, but no, I'm fucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you play the lottery for me.
He's a
Hey,
urban legend.
hey, I was a late bloomer, I guess, when it came to. Hey, look, my boy, Take Me Back Toys. He's on here right now. He knows. I talk to him all the time, man.
Give him a shout out. Is that
He's on.
it.
Take Me Back Toys.
Oh, there you go.
Guys,
Take Me
I
Back
like
Toys.
this.
He's awesome, bro, man. That's my boy, man.
There you
So yeah, so we get the conversations going, and they finally say, like, well, we'll talk to our sons. And I said, look, if you have them and they're willing to sell them, I was like, I'll take a look, I'll buy them, whatever. Just let me know.
Dude.
And I mean, it took forever, but I didn't want to be persistent, but I also didn't want to like let this slide, because I mean, they were really nice. Lo and behold, man, like a couple of weeks after our event, both of them contacted me and said, like, we talked to our sons and you can have them.
Yes. Oh my, that's it. That's a triple. That's
Amazing.
it. Oh my God. Dude.
So
No.
I
Next,
promise you.
it's gonna be a mint blue snaggletooth in there.
This is similar.
This is
wait
a minute.
To the time I was on Super Bowl Sunday story I told you about, where I went to this woman's house. Same situation. It was her son's stuff.
Yeah.
And she was just like, he doesn't want it. He hasn't been here in a while. Just $20 or $30. And I was like, wow, okay, thank you. It was just an amazing come up. It's like, I love that.
And what did you find? What did you find?
So besides the Red Bar R5, which she had originally sent me some pictures of what they had, and I was like, man, that's got to be a Red Bar. That's got to be a Red Bar. I just had a feeling. But when she gave me the case, this was also in it.
Oh, you got the Blue Sabres with the snap cloak?
Well, it's not snap, but it's the Blue Sabre. Blue Sabre loot.
It's a Blue Sabre.
I mean, it's not rare. It's not rare, but
yeah,
it's a nice piece, man.
Yeah,
dude.
So I didn't have that, and sorry for the lighting, but but so that's my original green Sabre.
Nice, dude. And you got the blue one on the come up.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Shit, man. And then she did have this as well.
Yeah.
Which I never had one as a kid.
Oh my God.
Well,
and
as a grown-up kid,
look at that condition too. Yes.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow.
Yeah. So, anyways, but it's been fun, man. It's I think one of my biggest accomplishments so far, I think, are all my mailers. The
mailers are amazing. That's something I just keep seeing on your.
Oh yeah, you just completed them, huh?
Oh,
run us through the set.
So
if you can run us through the set, because right after I got to jump back on.
I got you. So I'll try to go over them kind of quick. Obviously, I just picked up the the Fett mailer, which is the one that I needed to complete my run. But he's got his label. He's got his identification code.
Nice.
Sealed baggie. I love the design right here. Again, sorry for the reflection, but
no worries, brother.
So there's his box, sealed. Bosk I just picked up not too long ago.
That's dope.
Yeah, he's
that is super cool.
How is everybody just not like trying to chime in and scream like?
I don't know.
I'm fucking losing.
I thought we would break the internet right now with this guy showing everything.
Hey, I shared the news with.
I mean, like paradise exists.
It's a beacon of hope.
There you go. Survival kit. So there's the mailer for survival kit. I mean, I just love how Ian's cases display these things, man, because I mean they're cool themselves just in a box.
That is awesome.
Akbar. I'm just waiting on a new case because unfortunately when he sent me this piece was broken inside, so he's sending me a new one. But Akbar mailer. And then Forlom. I mean, yeah, it's got some writing on it, but
thank you very much. That is Forlom.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anakin.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And then Emperor. But yeah, so it's my, and it's funny because like I said, I don't have, I mean, I have very limited room for my stuff, man. So I picked up this piece.
I'll help you. I'll help you with that stuff.
Look at that baby right there. Nice.
Shit.
Wow, but that is an incredible collection.
Oh, nice.
This one had even come with like the used decal sheet. which is crazy. But
wait, that's crazy.
yeah, I mean, right now it's just I have to kind of find some spaces to put it. But and then there's sort of a little funny story about this piece. But
oh shit.
I'll make a long story short. Again, I found this in a Facebook marketplace post. A friend of mine tagged me. I mean, the box is kind of worn a little bit and stuff, but dudes, I mean, the figures are freaking minty as hell, man.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Oh, a bubble.
Man, you always, I mean, those groups, man, are amazing. Like, Imperial Comics is probably one of the favorite ones on there. The Vintage Star Wars ones are pretty good. I wasn't actually going to tell a story about that earlier, but I mean, later on in this show, but
yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Oh,
that's
you got
a
his
really
cases?
great way to come up. Oh, yeah.
Super mint, too.
And my vinyl case. So this one and this one is my original vinyl case. I gave my sister hers back for Christmas that she had, and then the other cases I just picked up over time. I mean, I didn't have any urge to go for the run, but man,
Can you show me your Revo setup? Holy crap, that's cool.
Yeah, I put that together. I mean, this case. So
I love it. That's
all right. Now the internet's gonna break. Hold on.
Max Revo all the way.
Oh my god.
Well, dude, like
awesome.
we have to move forward a little bit, but dude, thanks so much for showing us your stuff, man.
You're in Texas, so you're
you're
not too far away. We might have to make a pit stop in May for that barbecue you were
Hey.
talking about.
Yeah, right.
hey, you guys come to the barbecue cook-off, man. I take care of y'all. I got family.
Yeah,
That's it.
that's what it's about,
what we're gonna be in May.
dude. Thank you so much, Robert. This is amazing, man.
Yeah, thanks,
No
brother.
problem,
It's fun to
guys.
see it, and as always, like, dude, thanks for
Dude, that's what,
tuning
I
in.
got a hold of him earlier. I was like, dude, this guy is like, oh man, it's what a treat, dude. It's really awesome. Thank you.
Hey,
If next time we're gonna do another one, just there's more stuff I'm sure you have that we're not able to see, but we'd love to have you on it again. Just
anytime, brother. Anytime.
No problem, man. Thanks for having me, guys.
Man.
Dude, right on.
Yeah, good night, brother. Take care. We'll
Bye.
see you.
Bye.
Holy crap!
Did you?
I feel like.
Did you
feel like I just
see that?
I feel like I'm just.
I need to
get rid of everything I have and
need
just
to take
start
a
all
breath.
over again. Jesus.
Get a reset. What'd you guys think? Fuck, did you see that? Jeez.
It's fucking. I'm like.
Woo!
See,
Man.
not only does he have an amazing focus on finding
the
stuff,
display setup.
he
My
knows how to display these things, which is like one of the hardest things I have. It's like I always take my stuff out, I put it in shelves, and I get tired of it. I put it away, dust them off, and no, he just has an amazing way that he just displays things. And like he even said, he's got his acrylic eye on speed dial, so it's like
smoke break, dog. He's saying smoke break, dude. No kidding, dog. You know what? And
that concludes our episode.
Well, how do you follow that up? Shit. You know what? But I think it's awesome that as we're all coming together as a community and just like just coming together and enjoying. I mean, the stories behind this collection is Dad bought him two of everything, one to play with, one to put away, and he still kept all his loose.
I can't believe
all the accessories, he kept them. Pause. All right, there you go, dude. I still have to come up with something from Grandma's attic, and then the third one was the red bar. That's it. Walk away. How do you follow that?
You just keep going, man.
My God. You know what?
You have to keep going.
Like you said, it's exactly that. We just gotta keep going. So let's keep. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do a raffle real quick. How about that, guys? Let's do a raffle and
that's a great idea.
Just kind of get focused back on the show, because damn, that's
a good idea.
Woo.
So I don't know if you guys remember how we did it last week. We picked words, and the first person who can. We like that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
First person who can write down the 3 words that we come up with, you'll win it. First person. So
what should we raffle first? You want to do?
Let's show them what we got.
Okay, all right.
Show them what we got.
All right, here you go, guys. Look at this. Is what we're gonna be raffling off. We got the Lucy Lando. This is a Adopt-A-Beater, right? It's a Lucy Lando. I don't know his name. He's a damn Rancor keeper to me. I kind of don't like they give him all names, but really beat up. Adopt-A-Beater.
That's what it says on the card, right?
Rancor keeper. And then this guy, he's actually he's in decent shape, but there's a reason why I'm going to kick someone down with this one, because got a story to tell after almost got to an insane accident.
Oh, shit.
Fucking nuts, the accident. Almost this close. So I was like, you know what, let me hook someone up with something awesome, because fuck. I almost didn't make it today. It was insane.
And we're very glad that he's here because I would have been really pissed off. I had to kill that guy. But anyways, we have some sealed Hong Kong. What are these? Java Bong pieces. It's Java's Bong from the vintage playset. What are these called? This little hookah thing?
Yeah, it's
It's
smoking.
It's a bong. It's a bong. It's a bong. I think it's kind of funny, right?
Java's 420.
So we got 4 of these. So we're gonna give one out each, and then if we want to keep going, we got more of them. So I think that's pretty good. And then I don't know how time it's gonna be.
Well, we're at coming up on 15 minutes real soon. 15 minutes left.
So
We got 2 of these from a couple shows earlier. The little slammers with the pods with a slammer. We'll give these away.
and depending on how well this episode's going, which it seems like it's going pretty well, everybody's still wanting to stick around. We have the last and final massive vintage poster, which is the creatures.
Woo! Look at that.
So we have this guy that someone's
gonna get this.
If we might not do it in this episode, we might take a break for 15 minutes and then come back for another hour and do this.
I think we're gonna have to. Yeah, we're gonna have to definitely come back, and we still gotta go over the hall.
I think we might do another one after this one.
I think so. Yeah.
That one we'll figure it out. We'll work on it. We'll see how the timing
I'll
frame
tell you
goes.
what. Let's start off with one of these, just to warm everybody up.
Yeah, that's what everybody
We'll move to the beaters, and then we'll take a break after that.
So 3
So,
words.
okay.
What word should I?
This is what we're raffling off first, everybody. So here you go. The poster's amazing, brother. Wait till you put it up on your wall. That poster's just. Okay, here you go. So this is it's in a baggie. It's the hookah, right? We're gonna give one of these away.
Sealed vintage bag.
Sealed vintage bag.
You can open that and breathe in air from 83. That's how
what
cool
we
it
do.
is.
Yeah.
So we like to take words and stuff from the comics. I don't know if you guys realized this the other day. I posted this online, so I might pull something from here. A couple words
Okay.
here.
Remember, what you got to do, you have to type it right, and it's got to be typed correct.
What's this?
All right, here we go. Ready?
3 words. Hold on, let's
3
see.
words.
Think whistle, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good
That's
one.
pretty
Yeah.
good. You want to throw it out there? You guys
What,
ready?
This 1, 2, 3.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wait,
Okay.
I said a word on there, huh?
Okay. No, that's fine. No, I don't think they.
This one might be kind of good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Ready? The first person to type these 3 words. The Surface Scanner. The Surface Scanner. That was taken from this. Yeah. Who wants the Jabong? Go. Go. Yeah, we're up to date. We're up to date.
We're up to date. No one said anything yet. The Surface Scanner.
Nobody wants a Jabong?
Are we
Jabong?
paused? I don't understand what's going on.
No, it's going and oh, there you go. The Surface Scanner.
Tim.
No, above
Oh,
him.
who was up there?
Jedi Toy Master.
Jedi Toy Master.
Jedi Toy Master.
He won last week,
Yeah,
so I guess
he
he
strikes
wins
again.
again.
He strikes again. Congratulations. Let me
All right.
you know what? Do me a favor, brother. If you could DM us right now, so it'd be easier to just get everything together. Maybe ship it up tomorrow. You got it, brother. This
That's
is one.
awesome. All right, so he won again. So
Okay, so that's one.
we got another one.
here. We got separated. Okay, the next one is gonna be for these 2 guys. They're really super beater, but some people, beaters need hones too. And this guy, stiff limbs, but
This is kind of interesting right here.
all right, here you go. He strikes again. That's right. Now I need a vintage Java. There you go. Okay. So for these 2, you guys ready?
Ooh, this one's pretty good. This one right here.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Ooh. Okay,
That's
you
pretty
call
good.
it. You
I
call
like
it.
that.
There you
All
go. For the beaters, ready?
Is everybody paying attention right now? Do you guys
Ready?
want to keep going with this?
I think so.
All right, 3 words. Droid, prisoner, compartment.
There you go.
Once again, droid, prisoner, compartment. Let's see who can get that.
Go. Droid, prisoner, compartment. There we go for the beaters.
Let's see what they
Let's see.
say. I'm very curious who's going
I'm
to pick that
looking.
one
It's
first.
going. It's up
It's
to date.
going.
It's going.
I think it's just like maybe like a second delay, like something on there.
Something.
No, I
Let's
guess
see.
maybe no one wants it.
I don't know. I guess they want to pass on these guys.
Wow.
The Lucite way.
Let's see. Droid, prisoner,
Droid,
compartment.
prisoner,
Who we got?
compartment.
There we go. Oh no, it's spelled wrong.
Spelled wrong.
Oh, this
Yeah,
guy
it's-
wins it
yep.
right here. Yep, yep. This guy right here.
Yeah.
Looks like
yeah.
you won these 2 figures.
All right. You want to call his name?
Yeah, Quix21. I don't know how to say your name. So you won.
Congrats. You got these two guys, right?
You won 2 figures, dude. Good job.
Oh, we'll put these over here.
I think you're an LA local, so maybe you should come pick those up. Yeah, maybe you'll pick them up. Good job.
Local pickup only.
I know, his name's Gerardo. He won. Fucking asshole won. I know
Shall
that.
we?
You
want to do one more?
Yeah,
Jamal?
let's do one more for
And
right
then
now.
we'll cut it and we'll take a break.
Then we'll chill for another few minutes and look at some other stuff, and then jump
Okay,
back
guys.
to another raffle.
Another jabong. I put my chubby fingers. It's close, brother. Close, close, close. Okay, here you go. Ready? For another jabong.
All right, let's pick out some more words. This is
Okay.
from here, so I mean, if you guys have this, it's kind of like a little cheat sheet if you've read it before. Actually, I mean, it's kind of weird. Should we do this one? There, you say it. Go for
Okay.
it.
All right, guys. So for the jabong, the jababong,
Sealed.
it is 3 words. Most devastating weapon.
Most
Devastating weapon.
devastating weapon.
Devastating weapon.
Oh,
and
man.
go. Most
Remember,
devastating.
spell it right.
You gotta spell it right. Chubby fingers.
These are pretty sick, man. They're sealed.
Yeah. Most
Sealed
devastating.
bag vintage. I mean,
Yep.
come on.
Most devastating weapon. Yeah, you got it.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
You got it, man.
Done deal.
Sweet. So that's a pretty good little giveaway right there.
There you go.
So we got these. So please, if you can, DM us your address and what you want really quick, so that way I can go right ahead and ship this to you this coming week. So we got these. So we have more we're gonna do in a few minutes. So
Yeah.
let's check out some other stuff that we got going on.
We
We got about like 20 minutes.
No, 10.
10 minutes?
Yeah, yeah. What time do we start? At 7 or 7:03?
13 minutes. 13 minutes.
13
Sorry,
minutes.
7:03.
Okay,
So
yeah,
just over a
we'll
few
start.
more things, and then we'll
Cool.
start again.
Yeah, there you go.
So, let's check out this guy that I actually prepared. How's that sound?
Oh, that's awesome. Can
So-
I bring something to stand it up? No, that's fine. Do we have the table?
Well, if you're standing here, I think it might be kind of hard to see. So, right
yeah,
here's
that's
pretty
right.
cool.
Go for it.
So, this is one of the pieces on the come up here. You want to hold this for a second? I'll bring
Yeah,
the box. That came, and we're, like I said, when we're at Frankenstein's, walking around, you see this little guy, and inside I found him. Actually, that wasn't from Frankenstein's. That was from Puzzle Zoo. So I was at
Yes.
I don't know what I'm thinking about. So I was at Puzzle Zoo the other day. This has been sitting inside Puzzle Zoo in Santa Monica for about maybe 10, 15 years. One of the guys who actually I think was the distributor there is on Instagram. His name is Dove Kilmore, DKA Toys, and I think he was the one who actually used to have a booth there that would set it up. So I was very lucky to pick this piece up for the price I got it in, and it came with original sticker sheet. You can see right here. This right here is absolutely amazing.
That's awesome.
And I mean, a little piece right here ripped, but stickers are in perfect condition, still intact. And it came with the comic, which I actually posted on the first order, so you can go into the paper goods section under the live story.
Show them what took up the sandcrawler.
Oh, dude,
this is
the artwork on this is amazing. Oh, here, this is another little thing that came inside it. If you want to check that out, can't really read it there,
Be
but
backwards. It's,
I'll show it.
the sweepstakes.
Check this out. This is some of the artwork you'll see in this comic. So a lot of this is really tattoo worthy, which I was thinking about, but we'll get more on that a little later. So this is some really interesting things, and the price for this with accessories that made it complete were $180. It's been sitting there for 15 years.
Mm-hmm.
Me being the guy I am, I walk up there to the guy and I'm like, hey, is there a way I can talk to somebody about possibly working a deal on this Imperial troop transport? And the guy actually said, yeah, he would love to work a deal because it's been there forever. So I went up there, we shopped around, checked a couple pieces on eBay. Motor wasn't working, nothing, electronics aren't working, all the pieces were there, complete, it's just not working. He sold to me with the box, all inserts, instruction manual, stickers, catalog, extra parts, which is kind of interesting. It makes me kind of weird because like the stickers are already on there,
This sticker was
but it came with extra stickers and it came with extra vintage pieces. I was able to get it for $33, and it had all the cardboard inserts right here. So the original price was $180, and I managed to talk the guy down to $33. And I think that's probably one of the greatest accomplishments that I've gotten over the week. I think that was on Monday or whatever. So I'd like to thank Puzzle Zoo for actually taking the time to sit down and listen to some of me trying to work out a deal. So that was really cool. So there's the receipt right there, and you can tell that was like an awesome come up for me. Yes, $33. I normally wouldn't tell people what I pay for things, but it also gets me to a thing where it's like if you see something and you know it's not been moving in a store, a lot of stores are willing to work with you on the price.
They need the space.
That was not what the price I asked for. I would have paid more for it, but that was the price he offered to me because he had known it's been there for years. No one was purchasing it, and he wanted to go to somebody who would actually appreciate it, which I'm being one of those guys. So he gave me an incredible deal to move it, and it never hurts to ask. Just don't pressure people into doing deals and stuff like that because obviously it doesn't work that well, but it worked in this situation.
Yeah. You want to give
So
a tour?
I took it home. I took it apart. If you go on the first store to front page, you can go to the story recaps on there, and you can see under the new section we put there called repairs, where I'm taking things apart, Romeo's taking things apart, and we're putting them back together just to try to get the wiring a little cleaner or making sure the motor's spinning. In this case, it was spinning the motor, and check it out. We got the sound working on this guy. Isn't that amazing? Here, I'll keep playing it. Listen to those sounds. There's like a little record in there. This is like a record player, this toy. If you've ever taken it apart, which I don't recommend, but I have, if you take it apart, there is a little disc inside with the needle. So the power on this hits a motor that spins the disc, and by pushing the button, the needle hits the disc, and there you go. That's how the sounds come up. So it's basically a record player.
You can hear it. You hear it.
Isn't that amazing?
No, you hear the.
Yeah, you hear like the
static,
you hear the static like moving around. It's incredible, right? It's like and there's like a little speaker that kind of amplifies it inside. So that's how I was able to get it to work. So I'm really happy on this piece. It came up, and that was one of the best finds I've probably had in a while. That and actually some other cool things I have over here. So that's just my come ups over the week.
Nice.
Hell, and that guy happened to be completely even his little restraint.
Those are
pins.
cool. You
Got a
really
couple
don't
of
see those.
So that's a really cool piece right there. So if you guys have any of those and you know they're not working, I highly recommend taking a little bit of time. Make sure you're in a good area. Just take it apart. If you have any questions for me and Romeo on how we take things apart and try to get them to work, we would love to answer it or love to take stuff. I would love to, for the next time, if we find something, actually do it live and see if we can repair it in front of everybody live.
We're gonna, like we were talking about earlier, just kind of getting all the videos that we have everywhere and putting them under one new YouTube channel. That way you'll see all this dumb shit we do here, but at the same time, we're gonna start doing like tear down and repair videos, and that way if you're like, well, I want to do this, you could check the video and see the steps before you do it. And
what was that?
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, we actually fixed AT-AT parts before. He actually probably specialized
That's why I got mine.
that.
Yeah, I still have parts though. Somebody earlier today it was like 888 something. I forget his name, but he's like, oh, you know, I was able to scrap together a second ADAT, but he's missing the battery compartment. And I looked, but I don't have that. But I do have some ADAT parts if that's what somebody needs. And yeah, definitely, you know, work something out.
We are on YouTube right now, but we're moving our stuff to a
We're
different
gonna move our
channel.
stuff to a new channel.
That'll be posted. In the meantime, check out on the front page. You can go check out our archive stories, and you can see a lot of stuff we've taken apart for like, you know, just to get some reference. But there are going to be plans on more for instructional videos. I mean, everything we're doing is just a little bit at a slower pace right now because we're so busy. But at the same time, we've been cranking cool stuff out.
Oh yeah,
So,
just some ideas, and if there's anything you guys are like, hey, dude,
okay, cool.
Yeah, if somebody's like, hey, you know what? If you're like, hey, can you do a breakdown on a certain toy, or you know, we could do that, and then have people chime in if they have parts or if they need parts. So we could do like an ADAT video, tear down, rebuild, and then just show all the parts and stuff. That way people can get an idea of what the mechanics behind it. Very simple, but they stand the test of time, man. Kenner was on point. Nothing overcomplicated. Just simple wiring, simple electronics, and they still hold up.
I would say the hardest piece for me that I've had to deal with has been the Imperial Troop Transport, only because it's a fucking record player.
Yeah.
And it's this big. That is the craziest thing to take apart. I do not recommend it at all unless you're like 100% confident I've done it multiple times, because it is so intricate, it is insane. It is just a weird thing that I think even in the past someone may have tried to do and just couldn't do it. This time I was able to get lucky. So I don't think it's something I'm going to want to attempt to do again, but if it comes down to where I get a deal, yes, I will try. only because I have one that works now. So
Yeah,
it's a tough
That's an awesome-
it's a tough thing to deal with.
But you know, you've done one already. We could probably, you know what? I could bring. Well, look at this is to give them an idea. So
yeah.
Okay. So this is the one that was gutted and swapped out for parts on that one. Now it's my turn. I'm gonna take this home and see what I have. I have one of these as well. Take it home, figure out what parts I need, swap them, and then next live stream I'll have whatever left. Yeah,
we'll be able to
do something
transfer
with
it.
it. Yeah, we can pass them around, and you know, let everybody. Parts are hard to come by, and people charge outrageous prices. So at least you know here it's like you know they're.
I know. I still gotta go through my suitcase and actually take out the parts that I have of the extra ones and start popping those out for trades and stuff like that. So, like a couple other examples of things that I've taken apart and I've fixed.
Oh, this one's really
Viper
nice.
scalp blaster. This guy's one of the most loud and annoying pieces, which I was able to do the exact same thing with. I took this guy apart. This one was a little bit easier than the other one, but I'm able to get this guy going. And all I did for this one was take it out and bend the metal pieces inside and just pull, contacts, and just move the wiring a little bit until I had the battery hit. Once I got it perfect, cleaned around, it started working perfect. I got this for a really great deal because it wasn't working, and once I got it back now, it's like
you know
in
what?
excellent
Some
condition.
people, some people would be like, oh, yeah, look at that.
Crosshairs, right.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, some people don't even check if it works or not. You hear that a lot when you're buying stuff out there, and does it work? I don't know. I mean, well, maybe you shouldn't even ask that because then they're gonna test it.
Yeah, I always ask if something works because if it doesn't, then it also is becoming a selling point for me to want to buy it. Because there are times where battery just corrosion is going to melt away on the wires and you can't fix it.
No.
But it also leaves the opportunity to take parts from that piece that are great and mix them with another one that isn't so great, and then you have the perfect piece. Just for instance, like that Imperial Troop Transport. So there's always little ideas from there, and then he's gonna do the same. I gave it to him.
Yeah.
He's gonna take
Oh
it
yeah, I
with
can't
me,
wait.
and we're just
I'm gonna be doing that.
around.
I'm gonna do it on the way home. I'll be driving with my knees and just taking it apart.
Yeah, just like another accident. So the accident he almost got in to get here, but now
Well, we cut. Look at. We're gonna cut this one pretty soon. Take a little break, and then we're gonna come back because we still have a lot more stuff to raffle and a lot more toys to go over.
More batteries.
And I got. I think it's a crazy story. Some people are like, whatever. But I almost got taken out on the freeway today. So, yeah, we're gonna tell that story when we come back. So stick around. Just give us a chance to grab some more refreshing, crisp Perrier and load
light another Duraflame log.
and put another Duraflame log in the fire. Hashtag Duraflame.
So, what do you say? We'll be back in about.
Yeah, we'll be back in a few minutes. Just a quick 10-minute break, guys. Just
yeah. I gotta talk about some other stuff that's going on, like the Facebook group that I may have gotten screwed on.
See, then there's that.
There's a lot of fun stuff to talk about.
You know, if we don't kick it in high gear, it might be a third hour.
No, that's too much for you guys. I know you guys are busy. So yeah, stay tuned. We'll be back in just a few. And if you guys have we'll be down to see another collection.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Tim, if you're still on.
Hey. Oh, I
Anybody
think
else?
I read earlier he has some stuff put away, but I don't know. We'll see.
We'll
Somebody,
figure it out.
you know.
All right. We'll
All right,
be right
guys.
back.
We'll see you in a
We'll
bit.
see who we see back on. Who knows? I gotta end this.